Hey Kay, so I'm gonna go through and show you how to use all the stuff that you got. So start off, moisturize your face really well. If you have, I can't remember if you have our primer, priming spray or not, but if you do, spray that, let it dry, and then you're gonna go into your foundation. So if you have a brush that's kind of like this is my favorite foundation brush. You can use something like this. You can use a sponge. A sponge usually, if you use it damp, you can get a lighter coverage. I just really like a brush because it's just easy. So just kind of swirl just a little bit into your foundation, and then I just do circles. And I'm using this mostly just to kind of even out my skin tone. And it didn't take a lot, so you're not going to really use this one for a whole lot of coverage, although you can. Like this. And I kind of carry it down to my neck because right here doesn't get very much sun. So I carry this down. What's that? Hold on. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then, so you would have gotten this this brush. So this is technically a foundation brush. But if you use this for foundation, it's just going to be a lot of coverage with the foundation. So I love to use this one for my concealer. So you have two different concealers. You have a lighter one and then one that's a little bit closer to your skin color. So for the lighter one, you can take that one. I just like to use this just like a paintbrush, and you can just put it right here under your eyes. So like while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk to you about your eye rise. So that's the serum that you have. You can keep that in the fridge if you want to. It makes it nice and cold. It's got a ceramic tip on the applicator. So just put the tiniest little dot of it on the back of your hand, because what a lot of people do is they just go right in with the stuff on their eye, and it's too much product. So just do a tiny dot on the back of your hand, and then use that applicator tip just to put it on both eyes, and then dampen your fingertips and rub that on top of it, because there is an ingredient in there that loves water and helps that soak in to your skin. So you're just going to do that right under your eyes. I like to do it at night. I kind of feel like sometimes the concealer can kind of ball up under the concealer. So I do like to do that just at night. Okay, I'm also going to go ahead while I have this lighter one out and just paint this on my eyelids. So I'm really just trying to get kind of product on there. The skin color one, so if you have any kind of redness in your cheeks, or like I have a little bit of scarring right there that I like to cover up, I take that skin color one and just kind of paint that on. I get really red right here under my nose. So I will take a little bit of that skin color and just kind of paint right here. And then I like to use it around my lips. So then when I go to use my lip liner in a little bit, it really gives me a nice defined line. And then I just like to go in with my fingertips and just kind of pat all those areas where you put that. Just kind of make sure you don't have any like little brush streaks or anything like that. Okay. And then you're going to take your white powder. That's your translucent powder. You can take any kind of fluffy brush. This is kind of a huge one, but any kind of fluffy brush. Doesn't have to be this big. And you're just going to put this one all over. And this is a setting powder, so it's going to help this stay on all day. So when you go to this effort to put it on, it's going to help it stay. You can also take a sponge and put some on there, and you can really concentrate some of that setting powder where you put concealer to really make it stay on. And then just apply, you can apply your blush after that. Just make sure when you do your blush that you're keeping it up high on your cheeks. If you bring it down too low, that just makes people's eyes just kind of sink lower. If you put it up here higher on your cheek, even kind of carrying it around the side of your eye. I know that sounds crazy, but just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy with blush colors, just to give your cheeks a hint of color. But carrying that up, like I said, don't get too crazy with it. But carrying that up high on your cheek will kind of lift your face up that way. Okay, I'm gonna do your just so this doesn't get too long, I'm gonna do your eye makeup in a separate one.